What is up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Live Locks, presented by Scores and Odds. If you haven't checked it out already, just making bad life choices, going over to scoresandodds.com where you got picks from me, Easy, this piece of crap. Plus, you get access to our nice little prop shopping tool where you can see exactly what we have project for each individual prop. Plus, where the best lines at. And most importantly, you get access to Grant's Action Lounge. What is Grant's Action Lounge? Well, it's my Discord where I'm throwing it straight fire since the All-Star break. Absolutely crushing it. You get them in before the lines end up moving, and boy, have they been moving, Daniel. I'm joined today by @DFS Almanac over on Twitter with a little underscore in between the two, or Dean78904 over on the DFS streets, or as I like to refer to him, Piece of Crap. How you doing there, Piece of Crap?
Is Piece of Crap taken on Twitter? I have not checked. I don't know if that's available or not.
I have to assume it is.
It's a little bittersweet, by the way. Today's my last day to legally wager on sports. I'm going to be out of Tennessee tomorrow. But yeah, I'm having a good time betting on the sports, talking the more sports gambling. And of course, hopefully soon enough, at some point, we'll be in a state where we can do this every single day. But yeah, man, I'm excited for a big boy slate as far as basketball tonight. I think it's a 9 or 10 game slate. Lots going down. And, let's get to it. Now, I just want to ride your coattails because you have been. You've been on fire. We were talking about a pre-show, and I was looking at some of your stuff, and you've been crushing it. It's been a big week for you, and hopefully people are, just jumping on the Grant bandwagon.
Yeah, 30% ROI in the last week. Don't have many weeks like that. Let's see if we can close out the month with. I only worked 17 days this month because obviously All-Star break, and I went to the waste management to go party hardy like Vince Lombardi, and then got food poisoning, so it didn't end up work. But I've only worked 16 days this month, and I'm up about 25 G's. So can't argue that too much.
Was Vince Lombardi known for part? I feel like he was not. He was a very no nonsense. I don't think
he won
he was
championships. He partied.
It fits the rhyme scheme, but I don't think that makes sense. I don't think that checks out.
Well, who cares?
I don't think Vince Lombardi was known for partying. Maybe he was. I'm not aware. But yeah, the media wasn't as savvy or on top of things back in the day.
Yeah, well, we'll start off with the first game here. Washington, Atlanta. Boy, I got a lot of bets in this game. A lot of unders. Kyle Kuzma, under 36.5 points, rebounds, assists. I think you can get it -104 now. Kuzma, under 24.5 points, -105, -104 in FanDuel. Wright, under 18.5 points, rebounds, assists, -115 at FanDuel. Denny Avdia, under 23.5 points, rebounds, assists, -113. Under 12 points, -100. Kuzma, under 7 rebounds, -101. I am hammering the unders. I was looking through things, and obviously Monty Morris out, gonna increase minutes probably for DeLon Wright. Porzingis being out, gonna increase some usage for Kuzma, probably increase some minutes for Avdia. I don't see, all these numbers are too high. They're all overinflated because of those two injuries, well overflated. Porzingis with him out, you look at Kuzma's usage, it's pretty solid. We're running it right now. 23.67 points per 36. Not bad, but that's still under his line. And guess what? You throw Bradley Beal on the floor with him, because a lot of that time was without Bradley Beal, drops down to 20. Just over 20.68 points per 36. His rebounding totals don't really change too much with Porzingis in or out. I get it should probably increase with 7.5 high line. I'm hitting all those unders. What do you think about that?
I'm a little conflicted. I don't know. And also the other variable in this game that it's a big question mark is it the debut for Quinn Snyder, the new coach for Atlanta. He's expected to be the coach tonight for Atlanta, sign a 5-year deal. Who knows what sort of defensive tactics he's going to unleash, what sort of impact he's going to have immediately, if any. Who knows, right? Maybe he's just kind of figuring it out. Tough job for him to step in with 20, 25 games left in the season, on the fly, just sort of figuring it out. But defensively, offensively, just as a head coach. But I'm hesitant on those bets, to be honest. I don't feel good about it. For me, it's a stay away. But I hear what you're saying. But yeah.
Again, I'm betting the lines. The main thing, that's what I'm doing. I'm betting the lines. The lines are inflated. Snyder not really gonna without Snyder in the picture, without all these like the lines are just too high. It's that simple. But I guess we'll see.
Yeah,
I'm still rolling
yeah,
it.
I hear
I love
you.
it.
I don't feel
And then
strongly
on the
about it.
other side, I think Snyder's going to actually get Murray more involved. I have his over of 30.5 points, rebounds, assists. Already a pretty good line when you don't consider that. I don't see any way where Murray's not more involved. I've been like kind of wondering all season why he hasn't involved. I know problems with like Trae Young really doesn't fit playing alongside Murray, but I think Murray's going to be more heavily involved here. I'm taking his over of 30.5 points, rebounds, assists.
Let's see. Actually, I'm pulling it up right now, and yeah, that's basically what our projection is right now, and I'm fine with that. I think that's pretty solid, and I do agree. Like I thought like the Murray would get a little bit more this year. Like he's getting enough. He's getting a decent portion, obviously, but it's Trae is the 1A, the one of them to the 1A of Murray this season, and I guess he was the.
I thought they would be kind of like what we think Luka and Kyrie would be in their offense. Like,
well, Luka's going to still be the top
they
dog.
should both be doing it. Murray's fantastic.
If this was an SAT, like one of those SAT questions, like Luka is the Trae Young, like Kyrie is the Murray, right? That makes sense.
Yeah.
Or no?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. I mean, you pretty much have that in any big offense like Davis and LeBron. LeBron's the 1A. Embiid and Harden. Harden's the 1A, or just straight up the 1, realistically. But, I mean, I still think I thought Murray would be more involved. And I think he's going to at some point. And I'm rolling with it. But
yeah,
I got more bets. Next game. Brooklyn. Milwaukee. On the Milwaukee side, I think all I have is Brolo over 12.5 points minus 122. But on the Nets side, I got Dinwiddie under 18.5 points minus 113 at Caesars, and Dinwiddie under points, rebounds, assists. I thought I hit that. Apparently I didn't hit that. Eggs on my face. I would hit that, and I probably will after the show. But then I'm taking the Bridges alts. I think Drew shuts down Dinwiddie a decent amount here in this spot. So I'm rolling with Bridges over 19.5 points minus 110, over 24.5 points plus 280, over 29.5 points plus 750. The guy, since he's averaging like 22 points per game this month. And since he's been with he said his over at this number in 3 of the 5 games, had 45-1, 23-1, and 22-1. Like he's kind of the alpha in this offense right now. But I'm also hitting Cam Johnson.
His usage is almost 27% right now so far, small sample size, and I've actually been hitting his over 1.5 threes basically every single day. I don't know. Milwaukee's not the best 3-point opponent right now, which historically, not too long ago, they used to be. That's the best way to get to him. But I believe, I just want to confirm, I'm going to pull this up, but I think they're like bottom 5 as far as yielding made threes per game. But I agree. Bridges is his role. He's definitely getting a boost jumping out of Phoenix to Brooklyn, and he doesn't seem like the type of guy that's like the top dog, and like not all top dogs are created the same, created equal, right? But he's by default, he's the guy in this team. You look at the rest of that roster, who else could it possibly be if not Bridges, right? It's not going to be Cam Johnson, 3-and-D guy, DFS 3-and-D guy, Claxton. He gets us off pick and rolls, they don't run a lot of plays from. I don't think, just basically P&R stuff and whatever he gets on the offensive boards. Cam Thomas, if he got a chance, sure, he would unleash, but they just don't give him a ton of run. It's Bridges. Bridges is the guy, and the numbers I don't think I've completely adjusted, like you're saying.
Yep. I do have Cam Johnson's over of 19.5 points, rebounds, assists, minus 105, but that was just a bad number. Like he's getting the ball dished to him a decent. Moving on. Next game, Chicago, Toronto. Got a decent amount of bets here. Let's see. What did I bet? Let me find it. Total over 23.5 points, rebounds, assists, minus 105 at Betway at DK. That's just every other place is like minus 120. Just a bit too low. But I also took his over on points, 11.5, minus 114 FanDuel. I have to assume that he should get some run. But Who knows? We'll see. Probably coming off the bench, but I still think those numbers are just a bit low.
You're talking about Pirtle?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, well, I don't know if he's coming off the bench. I assume he's going to start again. What makes you think he's going to come off the bench tonight?
I don't know. We just haven't projected to come off the bench.
Huh. FEV, OG, Barnes, Siakam, and Pirtle. That seems like the logical. Unless you think that, like, Gary Trent's going to start or something.
I think, who knows? I know Pirtle's been starting, but regardless,
yeah,
the numbers are too
natural
low.
big on the other side. I think he draws the start, and it was sort of a peculiar move. And there was some speculation out there. I saw some stories out there about. I think Toronto was either losing money or so there was some sort of motivational reasons as to why they went ahead and traded for Pirtle. They had to try to like make money and get in the playoff games or something like that. I'm getting half the story basically, but and it's just I thought it was a little odd they traded for Pirtle, and I feel like now they might like sign him in the offseason as well. They seem to like him, and yeah, they're gonna give him a fair bit of run. And you got natural big on the other side and Vukovic. So yeah, I think he's gonna play close to 30 minutes or so, as far as the minutes being there. What do we have projected for him? 27, 28?
I don't know. I'll check that right now because why not? I assume it's 27 to 30. Like that's pretty much what he's playing every single night.
Yeah.
Going up against Vooch, I wouldn't be surprised if we got some more minutes. Yeah, 27. So we'll see. I like the line. Took a few other ones. Cody White. What do you think? I have over 9.5 points. I did the alt line here. Not terribly excited about it, but 9.5. Interesting line. What do you think I got it at?
Over 9.5 points.
Yep. So the normal line is 8.5 minus 106 is the best line at FanDuel.
So if you got it like anything better than like plus 140 or something like that, the way you were saying it, you're framing it in a way you got like a great line. Plus 140.
Plus 140 is correct. Look at you. The price is right. The exacta box there. Yeah.
Give me both showcase showdowns.
My dog has
a collar, and I want to go to the Bahamas.
Yeah. Doxy Boy has a bark collar on him now.
Oh.
It doesn't shock him. It just vibrates and makes a noise, which he doesn't know what's going on. But yeah, have to get him to stop barking before the bait. And then Patrick Williams got him at 7.5 points over minus 110, 9.5 at plus 190, 11.5 plus 360. The guy has been over.
Where are you getting these numbers?
Betfred.
Oh, okay, yeah. You could find these on other sites, but you're saying this is the best version of these lines, obviously.
Yeah, they'll be similar on FanDuel. Like anytime I say Betfred, you'll find similar lines on FanDuel. I mean, just check to make sure they're moderately close. But Williams, 5 points last game, 17 the game before, 16 the game before that, 11 the game before that, 6, 13. So he's been double digit in 4 out of the last 6 games. He's taken 10 shots a game, almost every single game. These lines just seem off, especially the alt lines. Like if you don't want to go with the regular one, that's fine. The alt lines are fantastic.
Yeah, you don't have to hit a lot of them to make a profit. It's, you catch a ladder here, or catch a ladder there. You can go over and other stuff, obviously, but yeah. That's
last night I had like 4 separate ladders. I of them all the way to the top. That's huge profit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got him projected for 10 tonight for what it's worth. I rounded up like 9 and change.
Yeah, so still the 9 and change line is plus 190.
Really?
Hit 10 points is plus 190 at Betfred. I think it's the same over at FanDuel.
It's pretty good. I think it's pretty appealing. I like that. Not that I ever liked Patrick Williams, but the numbers.
I've lost so much money on him this year betting his under, but the shot volume has been great recently. So yeah, I'm rolling with it. Lakers, Memphis. So Davis is going to be interesting without LeBron. I think that he's going to have a big game tonight. I know he might end up with Triple J defense. He might end up with Tillman defense. Who knows? Probably Triple J would be my guess. But Triple J might get into foul trouble. Might not. Who knows? He's been fantastic this year. Shut down Embiid to an extent. I still went with the overs, the alt overs specifically. Over 44.5 points, rebounds, assists, or plus 100. You can take them at 43.5 if you want. It's like minus 120. And then over 29.5 points, plus 145 at Betfred. I mean, we saw what he was doing earlier on this season. He was looking like an MVP. Now he's still been playing well with LeBron. No LeBron, I think he starts crushing. And I really like his overs tonight, even in a tougher match. But it's going to be a pace-up matchup. It's going to be a high-scoring game.
Well, yeah, I mean, both these teams fly. The Lakers, second fastest pace in the league. Memphis is fifth or sixth or so. Obviously, Memphis is a good defensive team, second best defensive team in the league, but you get some extra possessions and due to that pace. If the Lakers are going to keep this game close, they're going to find a way. They're 9-10 point dogs. It's almost definitely in the back of Davis rising up and he's just got to go full alpha here. And then there are guys around him. Schroeder's a guy that's going to try to score, which sometimes could be good, sometimes could be bad. Beasley's going to chuck his threes for sure, but this game is going to be won and lost, or like how close it's going to be, dependent upon almost definitely Anthony Davis. And if this game is close, it's probably because Davis is out there smashing. You take LeBron and Westbrook off the court this season, 225 minutes, 30.4% as far as the usage for Davis, which somewhat surprisingly is only a 2.3% bump. I thought it'd be higher than that, a little bit more alpha, but that's what it is. There's some other guys there that obviously are.
I mean, it's a different team. There was also Westbrook on it earlier on in the season, and Westbrook was starting for a large part of it.
No, I took him out. I took LeBron and
Westbrook.
Yeah, I was a little surprised.
Did you take Russell out?
D'Angelo Russell? No. He's got 24% in that scenario as far as in 77 minutes. Like, it's not a lot of minutes for him, but yeah, he's probably not going to play as well. You're right. That's 77 of those 225 minutes Russell is on the court, so that's probably affecting him to some degree.
By the way, I made some silly future bets today.
Such as?
The Jazz to win the championship, 900 to 1. $40 to win 36 grand. Bulls to win the championship. $50 to win. Huh?
The 1996 championship? What championship for the Bulls?
Bulls to win plus 50. Hawks to win plus 15,000. So 50 to win 7.5K. Pelicans to win.
These are all free bets, I assume.
Nope, no, these were actually just semi-free. It's weird. It was over on Bet Maverick, which they do a weird thing. It's tough.
Bet Maverick.
Yep. Nope. There's a lot of sites. And then I did put $400 on the Mavs to win at 20 to 1. That just seems like a bad line to me.
Yeah, I mean, if it's baseball, I'll take my shot. Because anybody going in baseball, basketball, come on. Best team typically wins 7-game series, and I know what you're doing, and but come on, Utah and Atlanta and the Bulls are not one of the championship this year. It's not happening.
Utah at 900 to 1. I'm like, yeah, I'll throw $40 on that.
I like that you qualify. You recognize that it's silly though, but
it's silly. It's absolutely silly. But then if they end up making it through the playing game somehow, which they absolutely can, then you know what? I could probably just hedge out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it'll drop to 100 to 1 to make it through the playing games.
Do we think? I saw you talking about the other day. No, not to derail you, but I saw you talking on Twitter the other day about the Lakers making the playoffs, and obviously LeBron being out. They're saying 2 to 3 weeks. We'll see. Lakers currently on the outside looking in. New Orleans has the 10
by
spot.
1 game.
Yeah, and Portland's in front of them too, as well, for what it's worth.
Portland, Pelicans, Utah. It's the Western Conference is wild right now.
The Lakers only have a better record than 3 teams, but you're right. The difference between 4, the Suns. By the way, Kevin Durant making his debut tomorrow. If you have not heard that, 4 and is 33 wins, and 9 is 31 wins. It's so congested, and of course Denver is 7 more than everybody else. Like Denver's in the clear with the 1, basically locked down, unless something really goofy happens.
So the difference between the Suns, the 4 seed, and the 13th seed, the Thunder is 4 games right now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. 10 seeds all within 4 games of each other. Anything can happen. I mean, the West, like Kings are wild card. I actually put a bit of money on them at 100 to 1 just because why not?
I think that's more live. I mean, obviously it's more live than Utah, though I'd suggest it, but I think that one is like at least I could see a path theoretically, right?
Yeah.
By the way, the 28-32 Washington Wizards are currently in the 10 spot in the East. The East is distinctly worse than the West, and the West also, like, if you look at remember the trade deadline, the West got a lot stronger, and the East basically stayed the same. Yeah, all the Western teams like seem to add a player. Generally, I remember the West is getting distinctly better, but we'll see.
Still think one of my favorite bets right now is still the Cavs or the Knicks. I bet the Knicks. I think what are they at? I think they're at 300 to 1, 400 to 1.
I mean, the thing is, like their roster, the way they play their guys, they basically play them as if it's the playoffs every game. Like you know how rosters or I guess lineups and minutes just sort of congest them in the playoffs. This is what the Knicks do in Game 12. Like all the other teams are getting a little bit better because like they're playing more minutes, they're better players, if that makes sense. And there's no improvement for the Knicks because they can't play these guys anymore.
Yeah, no, you're right. But yeah, I got them at 150 to 1. That just seemed a little bit silly for the 5 seed.
What are the Cavs? The Cavs I think are interesting.
The Cavs are my favorite bet on the board. 40 to 1 over at DK. I have a lot of money on the Cavs.
Yeah, they're better than I thought they were going to be coming into the season. The growth of Mobley, we were seeing Mobley shoot more threes. He's not necessarily making them, but it's going to happen. I think he's eventually going to get there. That team, Mitchell, Garland, and they're not necessarily terribly deep, but you don't have to be for the playoffs.
No, they're kind of perfect for the playoffs. Well, Leonard Fournette's going to get released. All right, we got more bets. We got to get through things. I think I have a call in a little bit. Jaren Jackson Jr. I took over. Both is over on points and his points, rebounds, assists. Houston, Denver. I've got nothing. I got absolutely nothing.
I thought there was one interesting bet. I'm curious what your thoughts are. I was looking at it last night. Houston, they give up more threes than any other team in the entire league. It's very, very clear. More made threes and distinctly more than like even the second worst team. Clay went nuts against them. This is the game that Dame pulling up from 37 feet. It's amazing. With 17 seconds in the shot clock. Just an incredible performance. Jokic, a half a three was like, I looked at this last night, was plus money. He hasn't been shooting them of late. I don't know why that is. If it's just sort of like
plus money anymore.
It was plus money last night, and
minus 105 now is the best line.
Okay, yeah, I got it last night at plus money because I'm because he's not taking him, but like I feel like he's going to shoot a couple here against Houston. I would imagine, just the flow of the game. But I don't know if you liked it. Do you like that at plus money? If that theoretically was, because. It's frustrating that you don't take a shot from three, but certainly he's capable of doing it. He's willing to do it, but sometimes he just doesn't necessarily have to.
This month he just hasn't been doing much. Prior to this month, he was averaging about 1 a game. It's pretty solid, and especially against Houston, giving up the most 3 points.
I believe he averages 0.8 made threes per game in the season. I feel like that's what it was, and I'm like, he's averaging 0.8, and I need. Why am I getting plus against the best matchup in the world? So that was sort of my thought process. But of late, it hasn't really been there necessarily.
Yep. Moving on to the next game, OKC Sacramento. I know you like this bet. Dorcher Chamber doing the latter. Over 17.5 points plus 100 at Betfred. Over 19.5 points plus 165. Over 24.5 points plus 525. Dorcher Chamber is averaging, I think, 22 points per 36 without SGA on the floor. It's a great matchup versus Sacramento. He just went for 22, I think, in the last game, which was also against Sacramento. Could see something similar happening here. I could see him going for 25. Yeah, 23 points per 36 for Dort without SGA on the floor. Love Dorcher.
he got really lucky last game for what it's worth. He made 4 of 9. I thought he got 5, but he had 4 of 9 from 3. But like you said, the absence of SGA really opens up a lot of stuff for a lot of the peripheral guys. He's actually the top guy as far as usage, 25.7%. Giddey's right there at 25.6. Isaiah Joe is another guy. They have a lot of guys that are willing to shoot. They just signed Lindy Waters. Good for Lindy Waters. He got an extension, but I think it's too low. And on the other side of that game is Domantas Sabonis, and we don't know about Fox. Fox currently questionable. Sabonis, awesome rebounder. They put the number pretty high. OKC yields the most rebounds to opponents per game. As far as total collective rebounds, man, I want to hit that one, but they made it a little high, so I had to kind of do the old double take. But I don't know if it was a thought as far as Sabonis, also Fox being out, that would affect things as far as usage, especially. Give a take at Sabonis rebounds.
Yeah. Easy in chat asking Klay Thompson. What's Klay Thompson's 3-point prop? 3.5? No, it's 4.5 with heavy juice on the over. It's been like that for the last 4 games. Clay's been knocking them down, and the lines have adjusted. Indy versus Dallas. I have Halliburton over 19.5 points. Took the outline plus 125 at Betfred, and then I was pissed. I went to bet his assist prop at Betfred. It was sitting at plus 115, which was just clear bad line. Error bet didn't go through. Try one more time, and then they're like, "Yeah, we'll give it to you at this line." And I said, "Okay," not realizing it moved from plus 115 to minus 115. So you can get it at minus 104 at other places. I still like it at minus 104. I think you can actually get it plus 100 MGM, I want to say. But let's see what the best line is. Minus 115 now is the best line. All right, so that's moved a lot. And I almost had it plus 115. Still like the bet at minus 115, but just pissed because I could have gotten it plus 100 other spots. I would have noticed the Betfred thing. But yeah, that's all I got from that game.
Kyrie played for Dallas so far. Off the top of your head, like 5 or 6?
How many games?
Yeah.
5, I believe.
I'm just trying to see how their defensive rating has changed since that trade. I feel like it would be bad. Let's see. They're 7th. I mean, not only that, they traded away DFS, which was, I thought that was a kind of a sneaky important part of that deal. He really works for that team. Just a useful player. Not useful in terms of like fantasy and stuff like that, but like as far as helping teams win, playing defense, the stuff that's not as sexy. Their defensive rating is 119 the last 5 games. Not great. Obviously, I wonder how fast they are. Has their pace changed? Because they've been like the slowest team.
They're playing 6 games, actually.
Middle of the pack. Okay, so they're 18th in pace, which is higher than it has been.
Yep.
So it's something. It's bumped up. He's played 6 games, you said?
Yep.
Let's see. 6 games for Dallas. 18th in pace. Okay, so the pace has crept up, and the defensive rating has, they're about 7th worst in defensive rating. Okay, interesting. Small sample. That's what we have.
Yeah, we gotta get moving. I've got a call in 2 minutes. Gobert over 26.5 points, rebounds, assists. We have no problem with that.
I'll just let you do your thing, man. Go for it.
All right, DiVincenzo over 11.5 points, minus 115 at Betfred. Poole over 24.5 points, minus 105 at Betfred, similar over at FanDuel. And Kawhi under 36.5 points, rebounds, assists at Caesars, minus 108. Kawhi getting a little bit less done with Westbrook and Plumlee and all the guys in there. And, yeah, that's it. That's all I got. You got anything else?
You have a call to make. If I had anything else, it wouldn't matter. We have no time for such things.
All right, well, it's been fun. Thanks for hopping on, Dino. We're out of here.
Yeah.
Later, kids.